Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Skratcher Podcast with your host.
Listen.
Yo, 1-2-1-2. Welcome to the Skratcher Podcast. God damn. Hold up. Where am I?
I know. And who's this guy?
Looking pretty crowded in here. Yo. But yo, before I intro the cast, I just want to give flowers again and acknowledge to these fools for holding it down. Since, what was it like? Are you guys 3 episodes deep in now?
Yeah.
3 episodes. Damn. And okay. Just again, I'm gonna shout out my dudes here. We got Rayted-R.
Hey, what up?
We got PJilla.
Hello.
We got Jovie J.
What up?
We got Slippee.
Hoi.
Gumbeaux.
Peace.
Jointz.
Yes, sir.
And LJ2.
It's all that rimming talk, man.
Hey, how you guys doing? What you guys been up to?
Hi.
Yeah, we're good, man.
Yeah. What you guys been up to?
I'm glad to be alive.
Definitely, bro. That's a blessing.
Honestly, bitchin' running around trying to get everything straight. Got these new fashionable earphones. ready to go gaming right after this cast, bro. Let's go.
I know this,
brother.
A walk on the moon, you know?
It's a different look for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah. What game are you playing right now?
Yeah.
I know what game are you playing, bro?
You're gonna sweat it out with Tetris using this guy? Street Fighter? Come on, guy. Talk smack. Let's go.
Yeah, all day, dude.
Let's go. That's what it's all day.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
man. But it does look good, right? No, that's good.
Kinda.
Let's
Yeah, we should ask chat. And yeah, you kind of look like Janet Jackson in Rhythm Nation tour. No?
Thank you. Oh my god.
No? Looks pretty dope though. Legit. Yeah. 5, 4.
Yeah, I know the guy.
You got it down.
Come on, guy.
But yo,
Let's go, guys.
let's get into the pod though. All right. Okay, we have a very special episode today. We're swinging right out of the gates, man. With only 3 episodes in, and we're gonna try to outdo every episode that we do from now on. So we're very excited and honored to have this special guest, Skratcher Podcast Season 3's very first fucking guest. Pound for pound, the funkiest and the best to do it. Your favorite and our favorite. The Jimi Hendrix of the Skratch world, ours and yours number 1 ninong, DJ D Styles.
Hey,
what up?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, fellas?
Yo, thank
Man,
you for
big
coming
honor
out.
to be.
Yeah.
No, thank you, man. I'm. That's crazy that I'm the first guest you guys are having, man. So, much respect. You know.
Yeah, you've been the guy to always jump off all of our Skratcher related events or anything that we do. So man, we're very blessed and humbled to have you be part of this.
Oh man, thank you. Likewise, man. Thank you.
So D, what have you been up to? Like any new projects you've been focusing on? Any new scratches? Any damn it, I don't know. Like what you been up to?
Like I got a whole bunch of new music that's about to drop. We got a new 545 project that's coming out. I got a bunch of albums with different MCs. But man, to be honest, as far as scratching, I've been in a slump. Like I haven't been inspired, you know what I mean? And like I hit this plateau that where I don't like I haven't really touched the turntables in probably like 3 weeks, to be honest.
Oh damn.
Whoa.
Like
Ooh.
I'm in a weird place right now, you know what I mean?
Is that normal?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, has that happened before?
All the time. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, how do you guys deal with that? Like, cause I know as scratchers, we all hit like these certain plateaus, right?
Honestly, I watch your videos.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you watched that you get inspired by? I mean, there has to be someone that you looked up to. Like, we have our heroes in the game, and I'm sure you have. Like, who are those guys?
Oh man, I mean, there's so many. You know what I mean? I follow so many dope scratchers on Instagram. Like Swift Style, like is one of them for sure.
Hell yeah! Shout out Swift.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, there's so many. You know what I mean? I can't name just one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is a lot. It's hard to keep track.
You know, PJ taught me some years ago when I was in a slump. He taught me to just practice the basics through it. So like when I get in a slump, when I train, I'll just do like transforms, chirps, stabs, a lot of stab practice, and just keeping my timing up, trying to stay in the pocket. And so when I get in a slump like that, that's generally what I'll do is I'll just practice my basics all the way through it until I get inspired again.
Yeah, that's true. Like D, like when you're saying like, for me, when I get into that slump, man, I usually resort looking back at your other, all your older YouTube videos that you would do, and you would say the same thing, just like go practice like the stuff that you've been, you have kind of like missed out, like, you know, the more simpler things, right? So yeah, I don't know. Like, do you often like get into these like 3-week slumps, or like how often, or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah. Like I think it's just like a lot of up and down. Like right now, like I'm in this weird space where I don't feel inspired, so I don't want to force myself. You know what I mean? To scratch. But I know like maybe in a week or two, I'm gonna find some inspiration. I'm gonna get hype, and I'm gonna want to cut, and I'll cut for like 3 hours straight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really believe in forcing it. Like I think you could just run through drills. You know what I mean, just to stay sharp. But as far as like trying to like really come up with some new shit, like that's just gonna come like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
When I've been in my slumps, like, because I do other art mediums, right? So like for painting, sometimes I won't touch a painting for like years. I just let it sit. But like one of the main things like that I've found inspiration in is doing other things or reading about other artists and their process. So like I was reading Rick Rubin's book on creativity, and that's really been nice because it not only is inspiring, but it helps you like be comfortable in your resting state when you're in between projects. So definitely recommend that book.
What's the name of the book, Justin?
It's Rick Rubin's book on creativity.
Yeah, it's crazy. For me, when I'm in a slump, I think the best thing that happens, and I don't even plan for it to happen, but when I meet up with you guys, like, when I meet up with you guys and we all get to cut in a big circle, I always leave like re-inspired to cut like a shitload. So I think like meeting up with you guys, seeing how you guys do things, and like, yeah, that makes me go back and go nuts.
Hey D, do you find it like it depends on what you're working on? Like, for example, if you're working on beats, I mean, I tend to shy away from like actually taking time to practice and doing cuts, and like I'm just like focusing on just like working on beats, how it sounds, and being musical and whatnot. Do you think that's maybe you go into waves, I guess, like going into beats and then going to cuts and then...
Yeah, like for sure. I think like I have two different modes where like I'm really digging for sounds, and you know, when I'm making beats, I'm looking for loops and, you know, bass lines and drums and all that stuff. And when I'm in that headspace, I'm looking for phrases that'll complement the beats. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to like solo and like go off. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then like, yeah, when I'm hanging out with like, say like Q, he's always in that zone where he's always trying to come up with new scratches, and then that inspires me, and then I'll kind of head back into that lane and get more back into the whole technical side of things, you know.
Getting influenced by your environment and all that, right? Definitely.
Yeah, it's like a gym buddy for me. It's because like your homie's doing something he's trying to push you there too. So it's pretty much getting that influence from your friend. So having a pal, it does wonders with trying to get out of a slump, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, speaking of influences and like inspiration, but D, Phantasmagoria, probably the most iconic Skratch album to this date. Some dark theme titles in there. What were the influences and emotions that you have had when you were recording that album? You
know, I was around Q when he was doing Wave Twisters, and so that inspired me, and I was like, man, he's doing it. Like, this is what I want to do. But like musically, my taste was a little bit different. You know what I mean? I was listening to a lot of more darker stuff. That was during the late '90s, so it was like that whole trip hop era. You know, and I was listening to a lot of like Portishead. What what else is that? All kinds of stuff, drum and bass stuff, and I wanted to do my own version of like Wave Twisters, just in my own style.
Huh.
But like he gave me the green light. Like he kind of showed me like this is how you do it. He showed me how he recorded in Pro Tools, how he was like tracking stuff out, and I learned from watching him. And I just kind of added my own flavor to making my own version of scratch music. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Also Mixmaster Mike too. I was watching how he was doing it. Anti-Theft Device was a huge influence on me. And I wanted to do something like that, but just kind of in my own way. You know what I mean?
Those three titles, like Anti-Theft Device, Wave Twisters, and Phantasmagoria, like you guys came up with all the during the same time, but it was a big jump in the tabla scene, like for the culture, like from like listening to like what was it called, Revenge of the DJ stuff, and then when you guys dropped it, you know what I mean? It's like a big difference.
Yeah, like I feel like the whole like Return of the DJ, like those bomb compilations, like they were cool, but they were more live, one take kind of stuff. Whereas like Anti-Theft, Wave Twisters, Phantaz was more of us being in the studio, locking ourselves in there for 6 months and really just tuning in and zoning in on the sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a question since we're talking about like album and song names. With track names like Turntable, Circumcision, Smorgasbord of Sodomy, and my personal favorite, Hot Sauce in the Dick Hole, where did you guys get your inspiration for these track names, man?
I mean, shit, like a lot of it is us just being in the same room, just being high, being drunk.
Yeah.
And just coming up with the dumbest names, man. Like to be honest, like a lot of that stuff, Turntable Mechanics, like all that stuff, we were either on shrooms or on acid, like when we did all that. Oh, it was.
Do you still go on that type of trip?
I haven't done psychedelics in a minute. I don't know if I can handle it. Like, to be honest now, because I got so many responsibilities. I don't feel free, and like mentally, I don't know if I'd really enjoy it, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be paranoid still today too as well, man. I'm like, what am I doing, man? Fuck, you know what I mean?
Right. No, for sure.
Imagine like your niece or nephew or your kid came through and you're just like, yeah, that would be weird.
I can't handle that, man.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it.
But I sound dope on the cut, though.
Yeah.
That's facts.
That's big facts.
That's big facts.
Speaking of like those enhancement type, things, it's just like, do you prefer any of that? Well, which one do you prefer using for cutting?
For cutting, these days I like drinking wine, but I like smoking weed still, especially when I'm mixing down music. I like to smoke weed because I can really hear things better. Like I feel like I can like my ears are fresher. You know what I mean? I can really hear things and zero in on like what needs to be balanced and what I could pan here and there. You know what I mean?
Since we're talking about like weird shit, like where did you come from? Where did you come up with STD breaks, man? That shit is wild, dude.
Yeah, Dave.
I've
always wanted to ask that question
honestly,
too.
Yeah, I kind of regret making that record, man. Because it was but, you know what it was? It was like back then we kept putting out different records, and I kept, like, I had the pressure to keep one-upping like what I did.
Oh,
wow!
You know what I mean? And
well, you won up hella, dude.
Yeah, that was next level.
Like,
it was pretty bad.
It's one of those. It's one of those sleeves you gotta hide it in between. You gotta hide between other records. I can't show this, man. This is nasty, dude.
I know. Shit, man, I have a hard time even looking at that record, man. To be honest,
dude, I remember seeing. I remember buying at the record store. They had like a cover on it. They had a
Yeah,
Like a
cover on it.
Playboy.
Yeah,
They censored it.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So normally I would press in California. The one company, Stout and Printing, they wouldn't print because when they saw the actual cover, they're like, "No, we can't do this." So so I had yeah, fuck, man. I had to go print that at some like fucking punk rock spot. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, because they would not fucking accept it. You know what I mean?
Your boy like pulls you off to the side and he's like, "Yo, I got kids. I can't print this."
Yeah, exactly, man. I felt bad, man. I was like, "Fuck, what am I doing here?"
Just shit you do when you're younger, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was trying to be all punk rock and
Yeah,
like
man.
rebellious and I don't know what I was thinking, man. But fuck it, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is at this point.
Nah,
Part
man.
of- Part of the history, man.
It made it like historic that you use that because it's just like you had a theme, man, and it was just hilarious. Like heavy petting, was it bitch slap breaks?
Yeah,
Yeah, was it black market
Right.
snuff?
black market. Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I don't know how I don't know how I could have. I mean, if I was to go even deeper, it would have been real like fucked up stuff. Like like the shit you guys are talking about, the rimming breaks, the fucking edging. You know what I mean?
So confused. Like, what is that? What are you guys talking about?
Bloody Cortex is kind of an extension of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that makes sense, huh? I was gonna say, do you have an
Yeah.
extensive like mask collection?
Yeah, right.
I
Costumes?
used to, yeah, I used to, but Hubert has a lot, man. I used to collect masks. Like whenever I go to Japan, I would buy a bunch. But then like I've moved so much that like every time I move, I end up just giving away like masks and shit.
I was gonna ask like, what else you collect?
Collect. I used to collect Ultraman. Like I used to be huge into that Ultraman stuff. But now, I don't. I mean, I just collect records, to be honest. Like I don't have like any other crazy collection stuff. I used to collect shoes like Jordans and all that, and then I realized I was spending so much money on that. You know what I mean?
That's a very expensive habit.
Yeah, drum machines. Like I used to collect all that stuff too, and ended up selling all that like on eBay. You know what I mean?
Did you have a favorite drum machine?
Favorite would be probably the SB12, maybe.
No doubt.
Yeah, that or the 808, like the original 808.
Oh, the OG joint.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
What's one piece of music equipment that you got that everyone else said was like useless, but you proved them wrong with it, like in a track or like something you made?
I don't know about useless, but a lot of people slept on the Casio RZ1. I don't know if you guys know about that drum machine, but it was one of the first early drum machines that was 8-bit. So that one, I think it's on STD breaks. That bump, 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 bump.
Oh, that beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the RZ1. Anything you sample into that little sampler comes out fucking distorted as fuck.
No shit.
So I used that sampler to make that beat. But De La Soul used it a lot on their first album also. And that's like a slept on drum machine right there, man.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. I didn't know
Yeah.
much about this one before.
Yeah, the RZ1. Look that one
Yeah,
up, man, for sure.
RZ1.
They're going for like over a G on eBay. Is that expensive?
That's a lot because they used to only be like $200.
Oh man, we were in the inflated like market now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of gear, D, you know how you said that when Q and Mixmaster Mike, like, they were your influences with making your own? So when you were making your own, like, scratch music, what were you using to loop your beats? Because, you start with different, like, layers, right? So...
Oh, shit. Yeah, so, like when I made Razor Blade, for example, I was using this thing called an ADAT. I don't know if you guys remember ADATs.
Tape
But it was
recorder?
like yeah, so you recorded on a VHS tape, on a super VHS tape, and you had 8 tracks basically. So and there was nothing to loop. Like I had to drum the whole way through. So that was like 4 minutes of me drumming the whole way through. You know what I mean?
Oh no shit.
Yeah, there was no looping on it. And then you would have to add a hi-hat on top of that for 4 minutes, and then you know what I mean. You had to build it all the way through.
Oh, was there a click track?
I didn't. Oh, you know what? Did I? Yeah. So I didn't have a click track. I would just drum on top of like another song.
Good.
Like, so I used this instrumental of Saphir. I don't know if you guys know Saphir. He's an MC.
Oh, for sure.
That passed away. Yeah, but I used like an instrumental
From Tribe?
of his songs. No, he was from Oakland actually.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I think about somebody
Yeah.
else.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I would take the instrumental of one of his songs and then I would drum on top of it because I like the swing of the drums. So I would try to copy that, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, that was the
That's tight.
ADAT days back then, man.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
wild.
I can only imagine. It's just like when I record and I get frustrated, it's just a click. But then it's like you got to start all over again. Were you doing multiple takes for those?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I probably did at least 2 or 3 takes. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That was the one song that just happened so fast. Like I made it in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things where I found all the
I
elements
guess
and it worked.
that taught you that
and it
taught
was
you
like
to
a magic moment.
be like a perfectionist when it comes to recording, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I got
Oh shit! Like
Okay.
like I try not to be too much of a perfectionist because if I really nitpick, I'll never be happy with it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah,
You
but,
never put it out.
Yeah, but like at least with that technology back then, you just had to kind of accept it. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this for 4 minutes, and
Right.
you know, because you couldn't go back and clean it up. It was just you had to accept.
Yo,
it.
D, I have one question.
one
Okay,
take Jake.
one of the things we've noticed at your live shows, like you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
performed most of your popular songs live, and which are all timeless pieces. And then when composing music, do you approach it to be performed live?
I definitely have that vision of it. You know what I mean? And like that's definitely the intention of it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff where I still haven't been able to do it live just because I need more people. You know what I mean? Some of it sounds cool if I use a looper, but a lot of times like I need more musicians with me. You know what I mean, to do it. Like for example, Clifford's Mustache. Like I've done that live, but I need 2 other people with me. You know what I mean? There's like what's John Wayne on Acid's like another one. Like I need more people with me because if I'm looping it and there's like a weird 8 bars that goes like it doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean there's a bunch of other music that I want to do live, but
Also the
only
fact
some of
like
it sounds
you do.
appropriate with the
There are times that you would perform the same song, but it would be different the next time we see it. Is it because of Is it because of gear and tech, or what is it?
It could be that, or just could be like the way that I feel. Like I'm trying to do a little
That's crazy.
flip version of it. You know what I mean? A little different variation of it.
I doubt it.
Or like maybe I messed up. I don't know. You know what I mean? So.
But do you find that makes the live experience more unique for everyone? Like if it's a little different at each show, like those old school cats when they recorded singing and stuff like that, Tony Bennett and all those cats used to say like, you know, I do it a little different every time to give it each live performance just a bit of a different feel, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Like every room will have a different feel, and honestly, like a lot of times I will mess up. You know what I mean? And I have to acknowledge that. And I think if you know the song, you're gonna know that I messed up, and so you know you kind of have to play that off and just say, hey man, I fucked up. Let me redo this shit right here. You know what I mean?
Can I ask a question? It's totally off music related production. It's off cutting actually. Did you create one click, D?
I don't think I came up with the one click flare, but for some reason Q and the fellas think that I came up with the chirp flare. So it's like a chirp into a one click flare, and I was trying to do a 2-click flare, but for some reason I couldn't understand the concept of it, so I was trying to cheat, and I would do a chirp into a 1-click flare because I don't know why the 1-click flare was a lot easier for me. So I thought I was doing a 2-click flare, but in reality I was doing a chirp flare. I don't know. I guess Q and them first heard me do it. I don't know, man. I don't really know like who came up with what. You know what I mean? It was to me it was
I
all a
don't know.
big blur. You know what I mean?
That one click, if you ask me, is harder than 2 click. If you ask me,
Really?
'Cause
No shit.
especially going fast.
Yeah.
Like 2 click, I can go fast all day, but 1 click, it's like it's different with me.
Okay. Man, it took me
Yeah,
a
but-
long time to understand the concept of a 2-click flare. 1-click flare, I don't know.
Damn.
That was like my
I think
comfort
most-
zone all day.
I think most
Me
people
too,
like
man.
learn how to
One
do the
clicks are
2 clicks
way
first,
easier.
and
Yeah.
then they go back. They go
Yeah.
backwards and learn
Yeah,
how to
way
do
easier.
the first
Right.
click. 1 click.
I struggled.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
That was me too.
Yeah, that's
Good
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
Really?
Same here.
What?
You guys think it's like something to do with how you scratch on the fader, like if you're a hamster or not, or standard or whatever?
Yee.
I feel like my
Right.
baby scratch rhythm is weird on it too. It's like in a different pocket when I'm like running 1 clicks really fast.
Yeah, on hamster it just bounces off a lot easier.
Yeah, I like 1 click especially traveling 1 clicks. That's tough, right there.
Jordan got the tomophone somewhere. Where's it at, bro? Pick it up.
I got it.
Speaking of kids, D, how many kids you got, bro?
I got 3 girls.
Damn, dude, you're the only dude, bro.
Yeah. Outnumbered at the house, you know what I mean?
It's a lot
How's
of
that,
effort.
man?
Also outnumbered, bro.
Yeah, you are too,
Yeah.
Jointz,
I mean-
right?
Oh, you got girls joints? Oh no, it's all good.
Yeah, I got two girls.
You got 2 girls? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm outnumbered as well. I got a boy dog though.
Oh, you got boy dog. There you go.
Yeah, that
Uh,
it doesn't really do much.
yeah. You know, to be honest, like everyone says I'm blessed. You know what I mean? Because when I'm older, like the girls are gonna take care of me or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So hopefully that's true. I don't know. You know, they might leave me and bounce. You know, we'll see.
Do you have any siblings?
No, man, I'm the only child, man.
The only child.
Are
You know
you?
what I mean? I'm the only child. Yeah. So like growing up, like I like really relied heavily on my friends, like all the neighborhood kids. You know what I mean? Those are like my brothers. You know what I mean? But I was always jealous because I didn't have a brother or sister, and like I couldn't relate to like their problems and their issues. You know what I mean?
Does Q have siblings?
Hugh has an older brother, a half brother.
Oh, I never knew that, dude.
Yeah, but for the most part, he's the only child because his brother's older. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yeah.
He has only child tendencies.
He does. Oh yeah, he definitely does, right? Yo.
Since we were talking about the recording process, the kind of 360 back to that, what was the recording process for you and Rob Swift on Salsa Skratch, man? I was listening to that the other day.
Oh, shit.
And it's a 2-part question
Yeah.
too. Did you get to work with Bob James as well on that?
Fuck. I wish I did. So Rob Swift hit me up. This was probably like 2001, maybe. And he was like, "Hey, can you do cuts on this song?" And I got Bob James on this, And I was like, "Oh, of course," you know what I mean? Like no brainer.
Yeah.
And so I really didn't know what to do, how to compliment that song. So I really tried to just mimic other instruments that were playing in the song. But no, to answer your question, I didn't get to to meet Bob James or be in the studio. Everything was done through email.
Through
You know
email.
what I mean? Yeah, so he had, what was it? It could have been through email or maybe not even email. Maybe he mailed me the CD of the Wave.
Right.
And I loaded it up in Pro Tools and I recorded my part and I probably mailed him back a CD as well, like of the acapella Wave. And so
Yeah.
I was that was a huge honor, man. I only have one copy of that record, man. But no, that's dope that you even know that song.
Yeah.
Salsa Skratch. Hell yeah.
Nah, you guys, dude, you killed it on that. Like your instrumentation on that was nuts. It was nuts, man.
Oh man. Oh, thank you, man. I was really just trying to be simple and just compliment the existing song. You know what I mean? But no, thank you. Though. Appreciate that.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of complimenting the song, do you think a lot of the cutters forget how to be melodic these days?
And yeah, I mean it's like yes and no. Like there's a double edged sword to that because like technically they're so good. You know what I mean? But I think they forget how to be simple sometimes and how to use silence. You know what I mean? And just how to be just maybe melodic and rhythmic. You know, versus just going crazy. Like there's a whole other world to it. You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm jealous because I don't have the speed and I don't have
Like
that
Ray.
that machine gun style that they have. I wish I had it.
Like Ray?
Ray's crazy, man. I know.
Fucking Uzi,
But like, yeah, but like if you could use that in small spurts, you know what I mean, to create this tension and release, then that's 10 times more deadlier than if you're just fucking, you know, spraying a fucking machine
Like
gun.
Ray?
Nah.
I think we're just nerding out, man, because that bonus, the track on Happy's bonus, or the bonus track on Happy's new release, man. Ray.
Oh, I gotta peep that.
Yeah, man, it's so good, dude.
Oh,
It's so
thank you
good.
guys. Yeah, shout out DJ Happy for putting out his new album. Yeah, it's called Fractured
Happy.
Frequencies out on YouTube. I got a feature on there, so pretty dope.
Shout out
Thank you.
Dino and Beltron.
Yeah, San
Hey D,
Diego.
so
Follow
like
us from San
the
Diego.
13th
There you
floor.
go.
That's you
That's
along
right,
with the
yeah.
crewmates, Cuber and Shortcut. How do you guys come about like composing the songs? Like, is there a main architect to all the songs, or and then you just would write it for them?
So with 13th floor, I flew down to San Francisco. Me, Q, and Short jammed one night at the Thud Rumble office, and we recorded everything. And then we listened back, and we chose like all the different moments. Like, okay, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. And we decided let's create songs out of these moments. You know what I mean? And so what we did was we went to Japan. Thank you to Red Bull because they were the ones that made this happen. They let us record in Tokyo at their studios in Tokyo, and so we basically redid everything. All those little things we redid them in Tokyo and tracked it out. And what I did was I took all the sessions and I brought it back to the hotel room and I kind of sequenced it to, you know, just to kind of make sense as a song. So we spent 5 days in Tokyo recording 13th floor. And, you know, I wanted to be able to record Q and Short and get them to solo, like to actually record their solos. Cause I think part of the problem is once they get back home, everyone gets busy and they get comfortable and they, you know, life goes on and people forget like, you know, like how to record or, you know, what the focus is. So we really made it a point to just spend 5 days and just record. And so, yeah, that was pretty much the process, man. Like we jammed, we took all the best moments, we turned those into songs.
Would you say like you initiated
and,
like
you know, over the course of 5 days?
tracks?
That's
Like
pretty
for
much
example,
what
like
13
Fresh Out of
Floor
Fucks.
is,
That has you written all over that track. That style. With the organ one. Dun, dun, yeah.
Is that the Moog song? Is that the Moog one, right? That song was originally something that I used to do live with the loop pedal, and I did that as like a solo routine, and I always wanted to make that into a song, and so it was just good timing because you know we were doing 13th floor, and so I let the fellas hear it, and they were like, yeah, let's make that into a song, and then Q had his solo part, so everything kind of happened organically with that one.
Yeah, that's dope. About that, with that album, the one where it's all punk rockish.
Oh yeah.
That, yeah. That one. Did you guys have that on back before? Like you gotta, and then you just wanted to do it now. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys done that before. You know what I mean?
I mean, parts of that were from older like routines, and we just wanted to make a more modern version of it and just kind of revamp it. So like like Q's drumming, like that's from an old Lambs of Death, type of thing. And but we just wanted to make it a song, you know what I mean?
So good, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, thank you, man.
That's dope that you guys came up with
Yeah.
that. Did you guys like premeditate what type of samples to use before you guys got together?
No, we just freestyle shit. Like we drank coffee and got high and we just jammed. Like, you know what I mean? We just jammed and like we recorded everything and like like in whatever you're using, Serato, Tractor, DJ, you can look at your history. So like we had record of like, okay, I use this sound, I use this song, and we went back and we made kits. You know what I mean? So let's record all these parts into Pro Tools and let's make a kit so that we can get to the cue points quicker or whatever. You guys do that? Do you guys make kits a lot? Scratch kits?
So explain to can you explain to the listener like what that means? Like, are you get your drums in one spot, you get your lead this, your lead that, and then you said you're making a kit. How are you doing it?
Yeah. So all the parts to to the song. So let's say Kenny G's Perm, like that's one song on 13th Floor. So I'll take all the piano parts, I'll record that into Pro Tools, and it's to a click track, so everything's on beat, right? So say it's like 85 BPM. And then I'll take the drums and I'll record that into Pro Tools, and then I'll take the Big Daddy Kane phrase, you know what I mean, and I'll make sure that's on beat, and so you have that all as one track, and you'll bounce that down, and then you can have that as a kit, so that you can have your cue points all in there. Everything's on beat, everything is gridded and clean, you know what I mean?
Dope.
You guys similar? Is that a similar thing you guys do with 545?
Pretty much the same exact thing, yeah. With 545, it's heavily more based on melodies and less on like technical soloing, you know what I mean? And that's two different worlds also. Like if you listen to the old like Ned Hodden stuff, the early Nutty Factory stuff.
Yes, yep.
Bastard Language Tour, like, you know what I mean? Like we wanted to show like a side of turntablism that where you could be melodic, you know what I mean? And you can be more freer versus just going off on a solo. And don't get me wrong, I love both sides of it. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just want to be in that one world where you're just more focused on melodies and stuff.
That's that flavor though right there. Speaking of that, like how has your perspective on turntablism evolved from your early days to today? Is there something that like you once really believed in deeply that you've had to reconsider? Like this kind of overarching conversation of, melody versus soloing kind of thing, or just in general with turntablism as a whole?
I mean, to be honest, it's probably the same. Like my taste hasn't changed. Like my direction and my goals are the same. But I think I would have hoped that there'd be more people putting out more albums. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I really believe like there's other guys, there's other cats out there that have similar vision and similar taste in music, and they're out there, but they're just not putting out music just yet. You know what I mean? So shit, that's what I want to hear. I want to be inspired by that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what me and Jess is working on. We were, but
haven't stopped. We haven't stopped. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
You gotta do it, man.
Yeah, challenge accepted, D.
Ray, you guys, you have a couple tracks out, right?
Yeah.
Check your SoundCloud. You have
Actually
that one
don't.
track, "Hold My Dick," right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
So what he's talking about is that on SoundCloud, I have like, I used to just record myself just freestyle over random stuff, and so yeah, what he's talking about, I'll post the link right here. I'm just kidding. You got to pay me for that link. Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, that's pretty much what he's talking about. I did a lot of stupid stuff. Besides scratching, you guys, my other side hustle is rapping. Totally just kidding, though.
Oh, you rap? Wait, you rap too?
Nah, only during Christmas time, man. That's the best time.
Yeah, rap that shit during Christmas. D, what's a skill you have outside of music that nobody knows about?
Oh shit! Oh yeah. I fucks with ping pong. I don't know if you guys play, man, but
I play, man.
I'm into ping pong.
You know the battle, D?
Yeah.
G, Glenn, genius.
Oh, he's into ping pong.
Yeah.
He'll probably fuck me up then for sure. I'm pretty sure. Man, I thought I was good. I went to you guys know Exist, right? Exist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Exist. So he has a nice ping pong table, but he had some cats from Japan come over, and I thought I was good, and I was like, yeah, let's play. These guys were so fucking good, man, like incredibly good. You know, like they had the fucking the chopstick grip. You know when you hold it like that. Yeah, the pen grip.
Whoa,
man.
Wow.
Man,
They got you hot and sweaty, huh, Dave?
hot and sweaty.
Oh,
shit.
We're just referencing your break record, bro.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
You had that other break record with the girl on it. It's a hot and heavy or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
heavy
not that
petty,
one.
yeah.
Earlier, you mentioned about Ned Hoddings, right?
Yeah.
What's the deal with Gunkhole? Like, what was the history on Gunkhole? I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I remember
So
was Ace a big part of that?
yeah, he was our shout out to Ace. He was our drummer. Yep, Seattle. Yeah, so Gunkhole was basically the band that happened after Ned Hoddings. Toadstyle and Excess, because they were living out on the East Coast, they couldn't really be around us that much. You know what I mean? So it was mainly myself, Ricky Rucker, and Mike Boo, and we were wondering how we could be more freer, like with the turntable. And so we realized we need to get someone either on the drums or on an actual like drum machine, like an MPC, and because that would free us up where we could just focus on the melodies. And so I was like, man, I think Ace would be perfect because he not only is he a scratcher and he understands what we do, but he's also a drummer. You know what I mean? And he's a dope ass drummer. Yeah. So he this is when he lived in Seattle. He ended up moving to LA, and it was just timing. Like everything worked out, and we formed Gunkhole. And basically, we were trying to be. I don't know if you guys listen to Weather Report, but like we were trying to be the Weather Report of turntables. You know what I mean? Just almost like free jazz, but like free scratch jazz.
Sick. Is that somewhere out right now? We can, you know what I mean?
We came out with a DVD back when DVDs was a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it might be on YouTube, maybe. I'm not sure, man.
Oh, okay.
There's a few.
We got to
there's a few
tour
clips.
Europe. There's a few clips, yeah. We got to tour Europe. And the crazy thing, when we toured Europe, we freestyled the whole thing.
No way.
We just brought records because this was before Serato, so we had to bring a whole bag of records. And at every city we went to, we went record shopping, we went digging, and we would buy records and we would use those sounds at the show. You know what I mean? So it was a whole fucking we freestyled the whole shit, yeah. And some nights were fucking train wreck, and some nights were beautiful. You know what I mean? Right. We really wanted to take that risk. You know what I mean? I wish we got to tour the U.S. more. You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask. Speaking of live performances, do you think you have any embarrassing moments?
Oh, so many, man. So many. Too many.
What's one that stood out that you could probably talk about on?
Do you guys remember? There was like I don't know if it was a CD or a tape of Cut Chemist versus Shortcut. It was.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of that thing, but I was standing right behind Shortcut on stage when they were recording that, and I was drinking like it's like a Long Island iced tea or something.
Oh shit!
And I guess I was a little bit faded, and I ended up putting my head down, and the straw went up my nose, and it went hard, like it almost stabbed my fucking brain. You know what I mean? But there was a bunch of people in the front, and I think everyone saw that shit, and it stuck in my nose like for a good like 20 seconds. You know what I mean? So that was pretty embarrassing.
Damn.
Yeah, there you go. Feature Primitive. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
So everybody saw
like
all
live
the fans
embalming.
saw?
Oh, everybody saw it, man.
Everybody saw it.
Everybody laughing and shit. Hell laughing.
Speaking of embarrassing moments, do you have any more like funny like touring stories?
Man, I don't know if you guys know the old Q, but the old Q, he used to drink a lot, like back in the day. Like we used to drink 40s and shit.
Okay.
And so
Sick.
he used to get drunk, you know what I mean? And we were in Germany, we were in Berlin, we did this Red Bull, it was like an early Red Bull thing. And this is when Q used to drink a lot, and we got in a taxi, and we used to dare Q, like, hey, I dare you to do this, I dare you to do that, and I want to say Short probably dared him to get the cab driver in a sleeper hold. So as the guy was driving, Q
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
yeah, and I think we got kicked out of the cab. That was an old crazy Q, man. Like he used to do some crazy ass shit, man.
Wait, man, hold up.
I miss that Q. You know what I mean? I miss that Q.
He was wilding back then.
D, let me ask you something.
He was
Y'all
wild,
must have been drinking too, because why you gonna put the chokehold on the dude driving the car? You know, was he driving when he
drunk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, he didn't crash, but Shortcut never really liked drinking. You know what I mean? He would just smoke. So it was mainly me and Q.
Was he guys' babysitter?
He would be like the more mature guy. You know what I mean?
Like reasonable.
He'd be the voice of reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
Short.
Even though he was younger than us, you know what I mean?
Short.
Yeah.
I ask, out of the three of you, who's the oldest?
Q is the older. Yeah.
So the older brother's choking out the cab driver, and Short's in the back, like, "Hey guys."
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
He's like the little kid giggling until they get in trouble.
Kind of 360 and back to the fans, man. What's your most
Careful,
bizarre
D.
fan interaction?
We're all here, man. We're all here. We're all here. I'm sure one of these fools has said some shit.
No, but like,
Familiar face for sure.
no.
I know, man. I was pretty hectic on the beat town when you were when you're performing, bro. I was like, oh my god, I was nerding out, bro.
No, you got me hyped though, man. Thank you for that.
No, that was
No, but remember back in the day, they used to have those illegal raves like in those warehouses and shit.
Oh yeah.
So like back then everyone was on drugs, and like we used to sign a lot of girls boobs, I guess, girls tits. So
No shit.
nothing crazy, but you would tag on her tits or whatever.
Yeah, way better.
So yeah, that was pretty.
I
cool.
know.
I guess that was cool. Yeah.
It sounds like scratching back then was a lot better, man. Because I feel like nowadays we're not even signing anything, man.
I know. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Wait, there were girls at your shows? Like,
Well, I mean, it was a rave, so they weren't just there for us.
Oh, for
they were there
everything
for
else,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, all the techno. And, yeah.
who's your influence for your hand style? This is sick, bro. You got a really dope hand style.
Hands? Oh, for writing?
Your penmanship, yeah.
Oh shit. Damn. I mean, there was a lot of other writers that I went to high school with. Because in high school we used to go bombing, and so I was always the weakest link out of my friends. My friends were really dope
It's crazy,
at writing,
man.
man. So I would just try to copy their style. You know what I mean? Oh, dope! You got that shit. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had my 3-inch up.
Okay, what else we got for?
Oh, you got the threes. Damn.
3-inch John, yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Is there any artist or musician you've always dreamed of collaborating with, but never like publicly mentioned or talked about?
I mean, like I always wanted to work with like guys like Shadow, you know what I mean? DJ Crush. Um, yeah, I was a huge fan of that era, just that instrumental hip hop era. And that was the music I tried to make, but on the turntables. And so I always wanted to collaborate with those guys. But it was cool to finally get to meet them. You know,
That was like
and
acid
do shows
jazz,
with them.
right?
And let them know that they were a huge influence on my sound. You know.
Yeah, it was acid jazz.
I can see shadow in your sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Acid jazz. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
The acid jazz era was sick.
How did Mantronics influence you a lot?
I always loved Mantronics. His beats are so
They're-
fucking ahead of his time. You know what I mean?
So far ahead, man.
Even until today, no one's really fucking with that. You know?
So Dave, like of all your body of work, which song or project represents or sums who D Styles is?
Oh man. I mean, I think I have two sides. You know what I mean? I have the more musical side, like the 545 side, and then I have the like Fantaz kind of side. You know what I mean? And I've always tried to be, or I've always tried to check certain boxes, like on an album. Like I want to be able to show off my technical side and soloing, you know, side, and then the musical side to it. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a balance that I'm always trying to do. But there's not one song, or there's not one album I think that kind of represents. Like I feel like I'm still evolving, and the next like few albums that are going to come out are hopefully like you know that my next like chapter, I guess, you know.
Sure. That.
I got a question for you, D.
Mm-hmm.
You know the track with you, IQ and Ephraim?
Yep.
Who? I know IQ goes first, but as far as in recording first, who laid down their track first? Because I want to know like what the idea of that. Because I can tell the editing of you wanted to do so and so first, so it sounds better after. Then you can go last because you can just kill it. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, so like I had that song sitting on the shelf for a long time, and I didn't know what to do with it. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't know who to get on there. It was like a big puzzle, and so I remember IQ came over my studio one time, and I let him hear it, and I was like, "You want to jump on this song? We should make a song." You know what I mean? And so I gave him the instrumental of it. It already had that vocal sample already in there. You know what I mean? But but it just had a big 32 bar blank beat after, and I was like, "Here's a beat. Do whatever you want on this." You know what I mean? And in a couple weeks, he sent me back what he did, and I was like, "Fuck, this guy killed it!
Fucking killed it, man!"
He's gonna scratch
Shout out
IQ.
IQ.
You know? Yeah. He's another one that's fucking amazing. That I wish would put out more music. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I agree.
But yeah. So after I got his solo, then I was like, well, Ephraim. I've always been a huge fan of Ephraim. He's a good friend of mine. And so I had him at his cuts. You know what I mean? And I trust what they do. Like I don't tell them, use this, use that. Stick to 16 bars. If they cut for 18 bars, then so be it. You know what I mean? Whatever they want to do, I trust. Yeah.
They killed it on that, man.
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
for sure.
Is there when you're in that process? Is there an aggressive side to you that we
like James
we don't
Brown
get to
that
see?
shit?
You hear some other artists work, and you're like, you know what? Fuck that. And you know.
Right.
Yeah, fucking nah, you can't. Nah, you ain't getting down like that, and then I'm coming. That kind of thing.
Nah, man. I think with music, there's no egos. You know what I mean? It's like whoever I'm getting on the track, I already know their sound, and I have to trust what they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, no egos for sure, man.
The other night, me, Matt, and Ray were watching the commentary on it was, what was it, Ray?
Private Stash.
Yeah, Private Stash.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you're hearing J Rock and Babu always making fun of you because you took the shine of what's his name from Japan?
Kentaro.
Oh,
Kentaro.
He went for like 8 bars, and D went for like freaking 48 bars.
I know, man. I really feel bad about that, man. Because to be honest, like when we did that, Kentaro told me no fast beats because he doesn't like scratching the fast beats.
Holy fuck, this guy.
But I know. But I was like,
let's go.
I was so into fast beats, back then. I was like, fuck this, man. Let's play fast beats. and I feel bad, man.
Yo, what's crazy is that Kentaro just won the DMCs that night. You just fucking beat him in.
Yeah.
Even you commented saying, yeah, I was showboating that day.
Yeah,
like I think I had a chip on my shoulder or something, man, because I don't know. I was trying to show off, I guess.
That shit was comedy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, who do you think in Japan is like that sticks out to you?
Jeez. Tokyo, there's, Miyajima, one of my favorites. Can One, so sick. And then you got Osaka scratchers, you know what I mean? Shin is out there. Toyota style. Man, yeah, there's so many dope scratchers. And they have their own style, their own sound. It's too sick, man. Those guys are too sick.
That's true. Different regions have their own different type of cut styles, huh? Like you can just tell like what style is from what country almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, when it comes to like practicing, like for me, I have like different beats I like to cut to because it gives me more of like a vibe. It's more of my thing. Like when you practice, what kind of beat do you like to play?
I mean, I think it's on my it just depends on my mood. It's almost like food, right? Like, what do you feel like? You know what I mean? Pizza or sushi. But I mean, in general, I think my comfort zone is slow beats, like 65 to 70 BPM. You know what I mean? Okay. And just to kind of talk shit, like as far as cutting.
Oh, word.
But like I always like if I'm like trying to like stay sharp, I always try to have that range of slow, medium, fast. Yeah. So like I'll start off with 65, and then I'll go into like a boom bap 90 BPM, and then I'll end off with like a 130 BPM just to make sure that I can keep up with the fast beats. You know what I mean? How do you guys practice? Do you guys do full range of BPMs or stick to one?
I do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I practiced for scratch battles back then, I think I heard you guys talk about that in a video. So I would practice slow beats and then work my way up just the same way you would. And I noticed my style of scratching kind of changes a little bit too because certain beats I have different patterns for. I just work better.
Right.
Yeah, like boom bappy stuff. It's like you can get away with some crazy stuff, but then I also like to keep it simple as well. It's just more funky in the 90 to 100, 110 range.
Damn, I don't think I plan it out like that. I think I literally just hit the shuffle button until I like something, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, like that, let's go.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Slippee, that's something that I do too. Is like I'll practice it. Yeah, I'll practice it in 10s. Like I'll start at 60 and go to 70, 80. But then once I'm warmed up,
you mean there's other beats aside from like D's and Q's? Like those are like the only beats I cut to.
Whatever I like.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that. I mean, Paul scratch beats. I scratched to a lot of those.
Yeah.
I was talking to Q when he was here, and I was like picking his brain about like how you guys get like that that thud rumble, that third style crunchy kick drum, and he was like showing like, yo, you got to get a sampler that's like a, I don't know, what was it, like a 8-bit or something, like sampler, just buy the 12-bit, like buy the shittiest sampler out there and then just put it through that. I was like, damn, okay, because what I would do, I would like match it up with your guys' beats, and I'll be like, does it sound like that, and all that. So like I'm not even like I don't even drum out my drums either. So what I did back then to learn your guys' pattern was I would lay your guys' beats, and then I would line up my samples that I found, and then just like lay it on your guys' click. Basically, you guys are the click for me. Yeah. But now it's a whole different thing.
Like a big secret to that sound, especially that like very, very dirty sound was on the EPS or the ASR 10 and Sonic samplers. They had this effect called guitar distortion, and if you put that on in any of your drums, and you can dial
Off
in like
an
the
ASR,
wetness
right?
of it would make any drum just sound fucking dirty as fuck. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotta save money.
ASR or the EPS 16 Plus had it also.
Oh, word.
Okay. Yeah. No, like any dirt style or funk shit up style, like cut beats, man. Like I think you guys paved the way for our practice style. Like those beats were like the go-to beats to cut to.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, like I don't know. Like back then, that's all we did. Like 24/7 is we would make beats. We would find like drum loops. You know what I mean? And we would. I don't know. I think for some reason we love that sound, and so we threw distortion on everything. So it sounded all fucking chunky like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It defined a style though. Like it's that
It kind of
sound.
did,
Like,
huh?
yeah, it really did, bro.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think with certain samplers, it automatically gave you that sound too. Like the RZ1 was that sound. The EPS was that sound. You know what I mean? The SB12 was that sound. So, and that was just the technology that we had back then, I guess. You know.
Who are the? I'm gonna go back to cutting again, sir. As far as in cutters these days, who do you think like stands out these days on Instagram to you? Besides Swift, you mentioned earlier.
I'm like really like amazed by like a lot of the French guys. You know what I mean? The guys in Japan, like Deska. Like Deska's so sick.
Yeah.
I love. Like the guys out in Belgium, like Swords and TMB.
Yeah.
I mean, there's too many to name, man. To be honest, and you guys listen to Panjaris? I like Panjaris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pandra,
You got that blue bomber. Oh,
he's crazy.
Bomberman on his.
Yeah.
Do you have like a top 2 female scratchers? Or like
Female
a top
scratch-
1?
Tough one.
It is tough.
That's the tough.
We were talking about this the other day. It's tough.
Who do you guys like? Who's out there that's really, really dope?
I feel like Shorty's got to be up there.
Tyra.
Like, she's got to be up there.
Oh, I like
Up there.
Tyra.
Word.
Yeah, Tyra's up there too. Yeah.
Tyra. Yeah.
I like the young kids these days, man. Like Wasabi. She's good, man.
Yeah, she's like a natural too, man. It's crazy, and you know the fact that like she trains with like Babu,
I know. You can hear it.
Mr. Chocolate. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's crazy, man. Who's out in like Canada that's real dope as far as female scratchers?
T Junior.
Yeah, T
T Junior, right?
Well, she's not with us anymore, but Holly.
Yeah, definitely.
Holly was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Holly.
Early on the cut.
Yeah, she was dope. She was one of the instructors at Table Tutors. She was a student, became a instructor, and then man, that was Slippy's a student.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Passed away recently, yeah.
Speaking of students,
okay.
are you still teaching out in Beat Junkies?
We've all kind of taken a hiatus on it. So right now the fellas are just focusing on in person. You know what I mean? In person classes. You know what I mean? But like during the COVID, yeah, we were doing a lot of online stuff. But
Yeah, you're doing
right
a
now-
lot, huh?
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was weird to have to get used to like teaching online because you feel like you're just talking to yourself. You know what I mean? But shit, I do miss. Like I miss teaching in person and doing like master classes and stuff. So hopefully I could get back to doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you came out here and did one. Came out
Yeah.
to
I would love.
Vancouver, did one.
Yeah.
Man, I would love that, man.
Yeah, that'd be
I would
great.
love that.
I wouldn't mind rolling out to you.
Yeah, no doubt. When you
Me too.
Yeah, dude.
when you did that master class at the B Town opening, the chapter opening, that was dope, man.
So good.
Yo, D, we got this like we got a different segment here for you. It's like rapid fire questions. Like there's no like you don't have to break it down. Really, just answer them as quick as you can, and then yeah, you're the first one. You're the guinea pig on this. So
Okay,
we'll see
okay.
if it works.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. What's your favorite cut record that has the best and fresh sample?
Super Seal.
All right. Go to kicks to wear. What model?
Go to kicks. You said?
Yeah. Sneakers.
Oh, I love
Shoes.
NMDs. So like I'm into comfort. So Adidas NMDs.
Hey D, so like, do you play video games? And if so, which game do you kick ass at?
I used to play video games. I'm old school. But I love this game called Bomberman. I don't know if you guys play Bomberman.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, Bomberman.
Hell
Man, me
yeah.
and Shortcut play that shit all the time, man.
If the studio was on fire, which piece of gear would you save?
Ooh, oh man, what the hell? That's a tough one. Maybe my controller one turntable or
Oh shit. Okay.
or like
yeah.
a PDX. I don't know. That's a tough one. Shit.
All right. Most repetitive question that appears in your DM.
Oh shit. How much do you charge for a scratch hook?
That's dope. All right. Which porn star did you frequent during high school?
Ooh. Oh, that was high school? Yeah, that was a long time ago, bro.
High school.
Fuck, high school.
Yeah, but it's all about the classics,
classic. Kobe Ty, maybe Kobe Ty. Yeah. Tara Patrick, but that was a little bit after high school. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Tara Patrick. Damn. Okay. All right. What's your favorite crossfader of all time?
Crossfader. I really like the 56, the OG, the Rain. For some reason that was super nice. That or the old school. I guess what is that? Penny and Giles on the old Vestex ones. I think it was Penny and Giles. P&G. There you go.
Yeah, it's P&Gs. Yeah. Okay, and then second last one. Describe each ISP member in one word. Shortcut.
Funky.
Mixmaster Mike.
Original.
Hubert.
Architect.
Cool. And then last one. Last one. What is your favorite topping on a pizza?
Anchovies. Hell yeah.
Actually,
I fuck with anchovies. Oh man, you guys don't fuck with anchovies?
So yeah, going back to the pizza topping. So like we've noticed that you've started a venture with a new pizza spot.
Yeah. So myself, Melody, and our other brother, DJ For Real, we're about to open hopefully next month. But yeah, we opened up a pizza restaurant out in it's out in Redland, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes outside of LA. But yeah, it's a pizza restaurant / record bar.
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
Made from scratch, and so you know what I mean. yeah. So yeah, we've been building that shit out for the last couple years, and of course, man.
Supposed to help the business, bro. Help the business.
And anchovies, man. For you.
4 horses.
Coupon code, man. Oh shit! I know. No, but like seriously though, if you guys come out to NAMM next year, man, you guys definitely can.
Definitely, we'll make
stop
that.
by and everything.
We'll make that. How did that idea come about? Like, was this like something you guys always wanted to do?
Yeah, like we were always talking about let's do something outside of music and outside of the the scratch lane, but still somehow connected to it. And you know, our business partner Sunil, DJ For Real, he had already done similar businesses, so he kind of already understood, you know, the business plan and like what we had to do. And so yeah, we found a place, and we found some consultants that could help us out, and we've been working at this and chipping away at it for the last couple of years now, you know. So right now we're in the hiring stage where we're hiring back of the house, front of the house, bartenders, you know, all that type of stuff. Just you know, typical onboarding type stuff. But yeah, it's been a fucking long
So how does that look? Is that like a casting couch kind of thing? Or?
Not quite like that. But yeah, it's you know, there's a lot of moving parts to this to this business, you know.
I bet.
We found a way to get the 4 horses, rimming, and pizza all in the same cast, guys. Good job.
Are you a night owl, D?
I used to be, but now I have to sleep because I have to wake up early. You know what I mean? So I'm usually asleep by 11 p.m. and I'm awake at like 6 a.m. You know what I mean?
That's
it's weird, man.
Yeah, that's up before Jesus. That's early.
That's some Mark Wahlberg shit.
Dad life, man. Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, D, I wanted to touch on performances. When you did performances back then, let's just say like Gunkhole era, was any of that under any like enhancements or anything like that, or was it more sober just to be on point?
No, we always would smoke. You know what I mean? Before shows, usually. I mean, back then I used to always drink a beer. You know, even till today, I like to have at least one drink just to kind of get the nerves out. You know what I mean? But I don't go past that because then I get sloppy and I start like, you know, fucking up a lot. So, but yeah, like back then, like, yeah, I think we've all.
What's your go-to beer, Modelo?
I like the IPAs.
IPAs. Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? The hazies, like I like that type of stuff.
Have you ever done a performance on acid or shrooms?
John Wayne on acid.
Yes, and I have, and it's not. I'm not good socially on those type of enhancements. I'm better with just keeping it either like, you know, beer, wine, or weed. To be honest.
How did the performance part of it go though?
It was me spacing out, like, you know what I mean. I could not zero in on what I was trying to do. I had my mechanical movements were fucking just all over the place. So the last time I did acid was, well, at least like in a battle, was 93 at the 93 DMC. And
That's right. I'm in a battle. That's right. I heard this.
Man, I gotta go back and watch.
Yo, D, you gotta speak on this. I heard you say that. What? Set that up. How did that go, man?
In a battle.
So me, yeah, I remember I got acid from one of my good friends. Me, Shortcut, and 8-Ball. We drove down to LA to the 93 DMC, and me and Short, Disc, and Q, we all dropped acid. And I remember getting on stage and just freezing and staring at the lights and freaking out over the room. You know what I mean? And I couldn't scratch on beat. And I didn't win. Like that was the year Rectangle and another cat, Fatbox. Rest in peace to Fatbox. But they won that battle. And I don't know what I really regret it because I think I would have done a lot better. You know what I mean?
A lot better.
Yeah,
probably.
Fucking room is melting and all that pressure, and you're like, yo, let's dose it up.
Big mistake.
Yeah,
big
kids.
mistake.
Don't do hard drugs when you're in a DMT battle, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do acid before a high pressure situation like a battle. Just throwing it out there.
Oh man.
Yeah, doing weed when you're trying to do a structured thing like a battle is not it. I'm like, my timing is all off. It's only fun when you're like actually just don't care and just like freestyle cut. I think that's like one of the best times, you know? You just let it out.
Right.
When you got to be on point, it's just like you got nerves going on. What's up?
Wait, so when you battle, you're normally sober when you would like battle and stuff?
Yeah, you know, when you judged IDA in 2020, I drank a little bit before that, and I think that kind of fucked me up. Like in a sense that I was kind of buzzing a little bit when on that battle. It was weird too because it was just like me in a battle, but I was in front of my computer monitor. It just felt weird doing it that way compared to being in a live setting. Nerves were on 10, and then even drinking, I don't think it helped me big time at all. I felt off. I know I won, but it's just like mine was just all over the place when I think back at it, man.
It was not a good experience, right?
No, it was too sloppy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the nerves were like after that I had like acid reflux, man. I took some Pepto after that. Oh my gosh, behind the scenes, you guys. Way to do it, right?
Yeah, Kuya D, do you still get nerves before shows? Still get nervous?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Me too.
Man. All the time. And for some reason, the smaller the show, the more nervous I get.
It's more
I guess 'cause
intimate, right?
It's more intimate. Yeah. Like rather than if you're in a big ass arena, like it doesn't really feel like anyone's really watching you. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like even the B-Town event with PJ yelling at you for inspiration, you know? Like that's
I was nervous there, man.
Were you nervous in Seattle? It didn't show.
I was
It
I was nervous, man. Yeah, I was nervous, but
you hit it really
But I
well.
had to drink a beer, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you.
Well,
I was
think, too,
nervous,
man,
for sure.
Like you rolled through and you were just a part of everything that was going on. So like that's what was so dope about that event to me was that you just kicked it with everybody and you were real accessible, you know? Yeah, I couldn't tell at all if you were nervous.
No, I mean, you know, you guys were so nice and everyone was so welcoming that I felt like at home, but I was still nervous. You know what I'm saying? So
I call it like the good nerves. Every time I perform, I always have what I call the good nerves.
Yeah, when I get nervous, it's always because I'm like, I hope I don't fuck up. I think that's like the biggest thing.
For sure.
Did you finish all the goodies in the goodie bag, D?
Oh, that was like gone the next day, man. That was quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, do you guys ever get a long nose hair and it tickles, but it kind of feels like a booger, and it feels like you have a booger in your nose the whole time? I hate that shit.
It is the worst. So do you pull it out or do you cut it out?
Oh, just pull it. I could pull it. Sometimes it hurts. It does hurt a little bit. But I bought this device.
They're like,
yeah, Terrence. Do you have one of those cutters where you shove it up your nose and it just cuts?
Oh,
Of course.
The Manscaped tool.
Manscaper, yeah.
The Manscaped.
Of course. Put your nose in your ear after.
Yeah.
Same one?
You don't have a
separate nose and ear right after?
I use that one for my butt.
Right after. That's great.
You guys are very ambitious. Very ambitious.
Oh.
And it's not even fully charged too.
Oh shit!
You took out one hole. That's it.
Oh my god!
Damn.
That's sanitary.
Not sanitary.
So Dave, any new projects like aside from like opening up a restaurant? Like, do you have? I mean, you just dropped another release of Phantasmagoria, right?
Yeah, so that was the Japan release with the scratch kits, and then the first release of that was from Italy, and then this is the Japan release, so it's on a little bit thinner vinyl and a different color, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do you like that in weights of records, D? Like the thickness of it? Do you like more thin records to cut on?
Thin for sure, man. For cutting.
Yeah. What about slip mats?
Yeah,
you like yours like a little super slippery? Or do you like a little tension in it?
I think there has to be a nice balance. I don't like it when it's crazy, like too slippery or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, do you guys ever use what the hell is that shit called? That spray. Oh, Armor All. You guys ever spray Armor All on the platter?
Let's go.
No.
Like,
What? Is that flammable?
Nah, bro. Tell.
Yeah, so Armor All
Fuck.
So Armor All is for your tires.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
It makes it glossy. But if you spray it on your platter, it makes that shit slippery as fuck. So that was like an old the old trick that we
Nah,
used back in the
Dave,
day.
yo,
But you should
don't
try
do
it.
it. Dave's
Try it.
fucking trolling, man. He just wants us to see fucking we do it on our shit. Man.
No.
You want to see us our fucking fuck up our gear?
No, but it gets too slippery. It gets too slippery. You gotta be careful though. That's the problem.
So, like, you spray it like on a cloth or something, right? And then rub it on there. You don't spray it like directly on, right?
You could do it directly, but yeah, maybe do it on a cloth and just gently.
You're talking about the tire shine shit, not like the armor all you put on the windshield shit, right?
Go directly on it. You could be the guinea
The
pig.
tire shine, okay.
Yo, Gumbeaux, show us. Gumbeaux, show us.
Yeah. No.
D, are you trolling or no?
No, for real talk.
Post go up tomorrow, man. Fucking D-Styles told me to spray this shit on my turntable.
That's crazy. How long? You guys been doing that for a while now, or what?
Yeah, like 88, 90,
Yeah,
like it's way back in the day.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, so hold
So
on.
is this like?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna have it. Is that
No, I was just saying, like, so everyone should know this, like, or is it just you guys, like, I mean, you and your crew?
Maybe it's a Bay Area
Yeah,
thing. I'm not
I've
sure,
never
but
heard of
yeah, we've been doing this since high school and shit, man. Yeah.
Yo, okay, that leads me to a question then. Yeah, what's one more thing you could tell us that we might not know, like that, like a secret old school trick that we might not know? Yeah, trade secret. So armor all and what else?
fader spray?
Yeah.
How to set the
What do you
height of
put?
your
What do you put in the fader? Like baby oil and shit?
No, not baby oil. We used to use this Radio Shack spray, but it would fuck up your fader though. That's the only thing. It would be loose, and then like 2 hours later it would start bleeding. That's the only bad thing.
For that.
Yeah.
What's
So
the
what,
height?
like-
What's the height you set your turntables to?
Man, I don't like the turntables I have here. Are the Stantons, so it's probably different than like a Techniques. You know what I mean?
The straight
Yeah,
150 ones?
Yeah. But I put them all the way counterclockwise, if that makes sense. All the way
Okay,
to
so
the
like-
to the left.
Yep.
I guess that's the highest. Yeah, it's the highest.
How about on the 12? On the 12, do you ever pull out the weight and go backwards, or do you always calibrate how it's recommended?
Oh, I would do it backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't know why. It seemed better backwards, right?
Everyone
Yeah.
started that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just every time I saw a turntable, it was always like that already.
Right. For some reason, yeah.
I just thought that was the way it's supposed to do it, and then someone later told me like, no, man, you're gonna mess up your records or something like that. And I was like,
Is that before or after they put armor all on the shit?
I think it was like, like the evolution of the stylus. Like,
Oh man.
Yeah, my PDX. It's like my PDX used to have like ultra pitch, but it doesn't have it anymore. God,
I don't know why.
that's too funny.
Who did you work with to design? What is it? The plastic slips.
Oh, that was Dr. Suzuki. Yeah.
Doctor says, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's a real guy in Japan, man. Everyone
shit,
thinks
okay.
that he's like a made up, like a Kaiser Soze, but he's a real dude. You know what I mean? He's an older cat, and he's like a jack of all trades. He makes all kinds of shit. But he was the one that made the slip mat, and he found like a certain fabric that was a nice, because I always like the butter rugs, but sometimes they felt a little bit too slippery. So, oh shit, you got it. Yeah, there you go. Tablecloths.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted something that was kind of like that had some slickness to it, but not too slippery.
Yo,
you know
D,
what I mean?
is this true? Like I heard it from Chuck from Tokyo. Chuck was saying that if it's made from slippers.
Shit, I never heard of that.
Slippers material.
Maybe.
Is it not? No.
Really?
Okay, maybe I'm just like fabricating.
I'm not sure. Maybe it is. He never told me that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was. Yeah.
What? That's crazy. I always thought it was felt for I don't know. Maybe it is slippers then. Huh? That's a
are you
good one.
talking about
I gotta ask Chuck about that.
What is
Scratchy?
Scratchy seal?
Oh shit! What slippers?
Those 2.0s are dope, man. I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. Do you find those to be too slick for you, or do you like those slipper, the Scratchy seal slippers, the 2.0s?
Oh, I like those a lot too. You just can't use the armor all with it. You know what I mean?
There it is. Don't shine up your platter, bro. Don't do it.
But with the armor all, would you still have plastic slips underneath your slip mats?
No, because back then we didn't have that. So that was the replacement.
Oh,
for that.
okay.
Yeah, so like you said, it was like 80, 88, 89, 90 when y'all were doing that. They didn't really have that.
Yeah, so rather than like what do you call that, slip sheets underneath, you know, the plastic, we would use the
inserts.
You know, we didn't even use that. We used to use the stuff.
Oh yeah, the wax.
Those
the
wax paper.
Parchment paper.
Parchment paper. Yeah, we would just trace the record, cut it with scissors. So we used to use that shit. But then you had to put the armor on to make it slippery.
Yeah, the armor on.
Yeah.
In the earlier 90s, like we would take a grocery bag and then cut the grocery bag and put it underneath.
Oh, that looks like DJ Flair's fucking plastic slip in Lamb Chop.
Yeah.
Yo, D. Speaking of Flair, when you did Pharaohs of Funk, was that like? How long did that recording take?
2 days. That was a quick one, man. That was 2 days. Yeah, because we wanted to be able to sell something at ScratchCon, and so we were like, fuck it, let's just record us freestyling and cutting, and I remember we only had so much time because we had to get it pressed and artwork made and all that stuff. It was so ghetto, man. We back then we just it was one take and there was so many fuck ups. Like I can't even listen to that.
I love that.
Really?
Because there's so many mistakes on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's so good, dude.
Yeah.
So
man.
far ahead,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Even when Alfred was freestyling and shit.
He used to come over the house all the time, and I guess he always wanted to rap, so we would always just give him the mic, and he would just fucking freestyle all the time, man. Yeah, he's a weirdo, shit.
Sick. All right, guys. Any more questions for D?
Yo, D, what's the origin of your name?
So like in high school, like I used to enter these local battles, and I would change my name all the time. So I went through a bunch of different names. My old name before was Fader Creator. I was basically trying to copy Cut Creator, who was LL Cool J's DJ.
Oh yes.
So I was Fader Creator, and then and my name would change. I would enter another battle, and I would just change my name. And I don't, like I used to be called Stylistic D, and then I was called like Devastating Styles, and then I just shortened it to D Styles.
Devastating Styles.
I like happened to win like a local DJ battle, and so that name just kind of stuck, and I just stuck. I just kind of ran with it. But honestly, like this type of name is kind of like a 80s 90s type of name. I wish I didn't stick with the name, you know what I mean? But now I'm stuck with this, so fuck it.
What would you call yourself then if you could right now? What would you rename yourself?
Ooh, I don't know, man. That's tough too, Like it's weird.
DJ Armorall?
DJ Armorall's a good one.
Balls.
Yeah. But like it's weird how like rappers use their real names now, you know what I mean? So I don't know, is there scratchers that use their real names? I'm not too sure.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like D, like
Yeah?
my original DJ name was Plus Scratch. And Plus Scratch, and
okay.
they would mess up on the flyers with my name, how they spelled it, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm done. Just call me Paul and Scratch, whatever." Done.
I thought it was Paul Mike.
Oh.
But anyways,
D, do you have Do you have any advice for like people like up and coming DJs who like want to follow in your footsteps, who see you? Like any like positive reinforcement, anything you want to say?
Ooh, just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Just have fun with it. Don't take it too serious. Don't don't let other people's criticism bring you down. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are gonna say you suck and you're not going anywhere with it. You know what I mean? As long as you're having fun, just stay with it, stick with it, and yeah, don't take it too serious. You know what I mean? Because I see too many people, they get caught up in the battle scene, and it's tough to win battles and like make a career out of that. Like, where do you go with that? You know what I mean? There has to be there has to be a way to be able to pivot and make a career, and it's tough, you know.
You know, it's great that you were able to make a career out of scratching, man, coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, you think for people now, you think there's still an outlet for them to continue doing that, you think?
I mean, there is, but it's very slim. You know what I mean? There's only one Qbert, you know what I mean? And there's only one craze. Like it's that lane is tough, and it's hard to make money. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to treat music as as passive income. You know what I mean? And something that you make on the side, because trying to do it full time, it's such it's such a tiring hustle and grind. You know what I mean?
Right. Seems pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. Yeah.
What's your favorite non? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite non-hip hop song or beat to scratch to?
Not non-hip hop?
Yeah, non-hip hop. What like? I know you dig electro and stuff like that, but what's something we might not know that you like to cut to?
Oh shit. Damn, that's tough.
Okay, Gumbeaux, you're fired.
I mean, everything is all kind
I know,
of
I'm fired, man. You're fired.
I like cutting to like a drum and bass just to kind of like challenge myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man.
so maybe some drum and bass type stuff.
Yeah, I love drum and bass, man.
So Dave, like being a scratch DJ or a turntablist, and I don't know, maybe not many people know, but like you do also play out music, and we were fortunate enough to see you play at Low End Theory. Like, what's your process of setting up your
shit.
like your playlist? Like, what is your process in putting a playlist together? And was there a requirement from Daddy Kev to say, hey, you got to play this kind of genre or whatnot?
Oh man, so I mean, with Low End Theory, I was very lucky because at that place, you know, every Wednesday I could play whatever I wanted. Like, and the crowd that came there, they expected to hear anything outside the box. You know what I mean? And they were open to everything. So I could play all kinds of genres. I could scratch. I could play jazz to breaks. So I was very, very fortunate. So, you know, with that said, it was, you know, there was no limitations and rules. I could play whatever I wanted. And that's like rare. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of places, you really have to play, you know, what's current, what's like trending or whatever. And there I didn't have to do any of that. Man. So yeah, it was.
Do you think that if you guys were to do a Low End Theory again, honestly, like that's the direction that we're trying to do with Skratchers, like not just like limit everyone just making scratch music or just like making beats or turntables routines, but we're trying to let all these guys can mix as well. And I was thinking like maybe they can put in their own personality and play music and scratch at the same time. Like, do you think there's still an avenue for us to do that?
100%, man, 100%. Like I feel like that's what's kind of missing in the current DJ battle scene right now is that, like, you know, like I want to hear your taste in music and what you want, you know, rather than just playing like the big hits or what's going to get everybody like cheering. Like who cares about that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear what you guys do with that. You know what I mean? That'd be so sick.
I don't know if I told you this before, D, but there's two dojos, I believe. One is Q's and one is.
Oh shit!
Those balloons, bro.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do it.
Yeah. No.
Damn, there's effect.
Try it, Dave. Try doing this on your screen.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
I
how
can't
do
do
you
it.
Yeah.
do it?
Show
Go
him
like this.
DJ. Like Wolfpack Attack.
I can't do it with mine. Oh my god.
Ah,
It's iPhone. It's iPhone, right?
And I had a question about the Skratcher plaque we gave you.
oh,
Did you
yeah.
burn it yet?
You're gonna
Did you
reassemble.
burn it
No,
yet?
no, it's right here. I got it right here. It's right here.
Yo.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
He looks like he shined it with armor on.
Yeah, he just
Definitely shine with armor.
put some armor all on it, huh, Joe?
Yeah, see how shiny that is, right?
Yo.
Super shiny.
That's dope, man.
Look at that glare.
Hey, Jovie, how does Earth look from the space station?
Wow.
Speaking of 13th floor, are you guys done the next album? The ISP album?
No, we're not done, man. So I've been waiting on Short to finish up his song, and he left. He's in like Japan right now or somewhere. So he's yeah, he has he like tends to prefer to be on the road more than the studio, and so that's been slowing us down right now. Is just him trying to lock him in and record is the issue,
How close are y'all? Is it just his parts or?
So we have 6 songs done, but I want one song from Short, one song from Q, and one song from me. You know what I mean? And I'm waiting on Q and Short to finish their songs basically. I got Q's. He's just trying to finish up his solo, but Short, he's on the road, and when he's on the road, like he's gone for like a month. You know what I mean? A month and a half. So yeah, I'm just waiting for him.
How's he doing, anyways? Is he much better now?
He's good, man. He's much better. He's watching what he eats now. He's very health conscious now. You know what I mean? So definitely on the right path now.
His recovery time is amazing.
We got.
Dope. I think we got good. We're good. You can stop recording. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
think we're good.
Good.
Yeah.
He's ending right here.
Thank you for calling the Skratcher Podcast. My name is Jovie. How may I help you?
Get a number 5, please.
Yeah, let me get a number 3.
There's only
All right, there's one thing left to do. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Straight out.